What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and before we get to our video, we wanted to let you know about our milestone giveaway for 1,000 subscribers.
We are giving away an Amazing Spider-Man issue number 4. This is the first appearance of Silk, the original Sin tie-in. I'm sure everybody is familiar with this book. This is a CBCS 9.8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Big boy.
This book is much hotter than it was when we first bought it for the show.
Yep, that's true.
You insist on still giving it away, and I'm very happy to do it.
You can tell that he is not. But anyway, we are giving this away when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Kick-ass, key issue, first appearance of Silk, is someone's going to win this book. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to the video, shall we? What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and we've got a new comic book solicitations video for the month of July 2022. Marvel. Yeah, it's I think it's a big one. I mean, there are a lot of books in this solicitation. We're not going to cover all of them. We're going to cover some that are just more, a little bit more, that we feel that are more important. So we're going to cover the ones we covered. Let us know what you're looking forward to most in July, and let us know if we missed one that we're like, you know, y'all really skipped this one and you should have talked about it. Let us know in the comments what we missed, because we're not hitting all of them. So let us know. But Marvel's biggest war ever is about to erupt. Spider-Man gets a new costume, and more in Marvel's July solicitations.
This July, Marvel Comics gives its prehistoric Avengers team their long-anticipated solo story. In Avengers 1 million BC, a one-shot from Jason Aaron and Kev Walker, which promises not only to spin a new tale of the MU's first super team, but also give readers the true origin of Thor. Oh my god. We're still dragging this out.
We're never going to get to it.
In addition to revealing never before known details about the Odinson and his actual mother, the Phoenix Force, the summer gets hot with the official kickoff of X Judgment Day. Kieran Gillen and Andrea Sheedy's universe-spanning crossover event pits the Avengers, X-Men, and Eternals against each other in a three-way war.
Okay, I was gonna say that's war.
Yeah,
I'm sure there'll be some three ways. Yeah. Anyway, let's get to it. So first up, we have Jason Aaron's Avengers 10,000 BC, and it feels like we've read this
1 million BC.
1 million, sorry, not 10,000. 1 million BC. I feel like we've read this story over and over. Like we keep on going back to the BC Avengers, and I'm not trying to say, you know what, I don't want to ever read about them. But we're dragging out this whole origin story of Hulk Thor and his origin of who his real mother is.
Who's mommy?
So, you know, it's a one shot. This is supposed to clear it all up. Highly doubt it. Because we still have another Avengers book that Jason Aaron is writing. And we have another Avengers book that Jason Aaron is writing called Avengers Forever. I will be picking this up. But I'm just not. One, I'm not really digging the storyline. You know, I guess the only thing that I'm at all interested in is just to see, once Jason has told the story of the origins of Thor, what will Donnie do? That's really all I'm here for.
I'm sure he'll have to follow whatever's suit. I'm sure that this has been talked about between both editorial teams and Marvel as a whole. It's like, okay, this is what we're doing. So, and I highly doubt that whatever decision was made is a purely Jason Aaron decision too. But who knows? I
don't know, dude. I've got some fatigue. I'm ready for it to.
I will pick this issue up if there's a badass variant cover.
Well, this is the variant. This is one of the variants.
This is one of the variants, yes.
And I'm gonna pick this one up. All right, next up we have the aforementioned Judgment Day, the Avengers, X-Men, Eternals massive event, summer event that Marvel and Kieran Gillen are kicking off. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but I have some reservations. And the only reason why I have some reservations is because every time we've gotten into a Marvel event, I won't talk about DC because we're currently in one, my expectations are always way beyond what actually gets delivered. That being said, Kieran Gillen is kicking some major ass, so I'm about 65, almost 70%. Like, let's go. But I'm just a little reserved.
I am too, a little, but I'm still pretty excited. And the reason why I am is because we have not one, not two, but three teams. Also, by the way, is this kind of a miss from Peach? Like, she
I kind of like.
this one?
And actually, I kind of like it because it's kind of like it's like a mix between chibi and not, and I kind of dig it. But that's me.
It's
It's a miss for you.
what's the main guy on the left? Icarus. Yeah,
Icarus.
Icarus. That's a miss.
Anyway,
sorry. We have three super teams that are literally in flux, that are literally at a point where anything could change. I mean, shit, Eternals weren't being played with hardly at all for a decade more. And so who cares what we do to them? Like we could have something that could have actual repercussions.
right.
Because Kieran Gillen's the only one playing with Eternals anyway. X-Men are in a constant state of flux. And Avengers is probably the only thing that makes me feel a little hesitant is because it doesn't seem like Jason Aaron is involved in this event at all. Like, I don't think the Avengers line is crossing over or has anything to do with this.
No, outside of tie-ins and them popping into X-Books, yeah, and we're not going to get into solicitations because that's exactly what you're saying. The Avengers Forever and current Avengers run is still focusing on Thor or whatever. They're just
whatever they're focusing on.
Yeah, they're not focusing on
Actually,
Judgment Day.
I'm pretty sure the Avengers issue that comes out this month has something to do with feudal Japan. Like it's not even
right. Yeah, and who knows? Maybe we're royally messing up, but we're picking up the book anyway, so we'll know whether or not.
Yes. So it looks like we have. Looks like this is going to be a bi-weekly event because in July we have both issues 1 and 2.
Yep.
Okay. That cover for issue 2, by the way. Oh my god.
Let me get to it really quick. Here.
Yeah, yep. That Mark Brooks cover. Oh my, sir. Yes. And it's hard whenever I see a Peach cover and be like, no. Especially like that. This, especially next to that Mark Brooks. This is a total miss.
All right. There's nothing wrong with that.
But I don't know. I'm really excited about this event. I want to see what Kieran. I want to see what Kieran Gillen has to do. And another reason why I am excited is because of our next book.
Oh, well, let's get to it.
Written by Kieran Gillen. Death to the Mutants is another tie-in. Covered by Asad Ribic, by the way. And this looks like old school Asad Ribic from like the early 2000s when he was doing the Wolverine covers.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Absolutely love it. And yeah, so this seems like this whole project is really being spearheaded by
Kieran Gillen. Obviously, all the tie-ins for the X books this month are being written by their own writers. Mm-hmm.
But so Jerry Duggan's getting his own book. Kieran Gillen's writing his Immortal. Percy's writing his X-Force. Ewing's writing his X-Red. And so, other than that, though, this really seems like it's the Kieran Gillen show. And when you let someone have that much control, I almost feel like you have more of a cohesive story.
Yeah, and the biggest thing about this, in reading the solicitations, it seems like the Eternals will be struggling internally, with this directive of killing the mutants or seeing them as deviants. That's what I've read in most of the paragraphs. It's like, what do they do? Are they going to do it? Are they going to stick to their programming, or are they going to deviate? Which will be interesting to look at. They kind of already have done that once in Kieran Gillen's current Eternals run, when they teamed up with the Deviants earlier this season, or whatever you want to call it. And the other thing is, I don't think it's in this one. I think Gala was last month. I don't remember if we covered we did. The Gala was last month. Apparently, whatever happens in the Gala leads right into this event. So I've got to assume that the Deviants or Thanos wrecks shop in the Gala. Like it's about to go down. Mm-hmm. I'll even say, I wonder if we're going to lose Resurrection Protocol for the event. I just got a feeling. But as you said prior, all the X books will be dealing with Judgment Day. X-Men, Immortal X-Men, X-Force. X-Force, now, if you read the solicitations, guess who's joining? Deadpool. And, we're currently doing this we're making this video as of before New Comic Book, or after New Comic Book Day from 4/23. Wolverine dropped. I highly recommend it, especially if you're a Deadpool fan and you've been kind of tired of Benjamin Percy's direction with Wolverine. It finally feels like he's kind of letting go a little bit and having some fun. That's all I'll say. But to see Deadpool join the mix, and it's because the mutants are being so outweighed in Judgment Day that they have to actually accept Deadpool. At least that's what's being solicited, and I am all for it. All for it.
I will say it's not enough to get me off this book, X-Force, but Raven the Hunter's involvement is a big turnoff for me.
Yeah, no, I get that.
There are few character-specific villains that I dislike crossing over. I just think it's fun and makes it feel like a big world. I don't give a crap about Craven the Hunter, and I only want to see him in a Spider-Man book because I don't read the Spider-Man books. AKA, I don't want to see him. Like when he showed up in the Woman Without Fear, I was just like, boo, stop. Who cares? And when he showed up in that Valkyrie's book too.
Yeah, you're right.
And it was just like, what are we doing?
What is this? What is this? What is this?
It's because Sony's making a movie of him. That's the only reason why.
Gross. Anyway, so yeah, that's really the roundup of Judgment Day. All the X books are involved. For some reason, the Avengers book is not involved. But Karen Gillan, like you said, I think has got this whole thing mapped out. And I think this is going to be a big, huge statement, if he can pull it off, that Gillan and the X-Force, or the X-Force, the X-Office has got some cohesion, has got some, they're going in the right, not in the right direction, but they're going in one direction altogether. So we'll see. I mean, this is a big moment. It's, I wouldn't say make or break, but it's pretty close.
Yeah. I will say one last thing before we move on from the Judgment Day in general. One thing I'm actually very excited about is, if you notice, we talked about the X books that are involved. It's not every X book. There are a lot of X books this month that are coming out that have nothing, that aren't involved in Judgment Day, and that really makes me feel like either the writers had the opportunity to involve their storylines, and if it didn't make sense, they weren't forced to. And that's just the perception. Who knows what the reality is? But man, if that's the actual thing, good job on Marvel editorial for not forcing things to happen. I think they probably realize, if you see this time, this is sort of replacing Ten of Swords. And every issue was involved. Last year's Hellfire Gala, every single issue was involved. This year it's not. It's just a one shot. And so I think they're finally starting to realize that yes, we're in a big cohesive X group, but let's maybe not shove everything into every event.
Right. I agree. All right. Next up, we've got Demon Wars, the Iron Samurai, Peach Momoko's second arc in her Marvel universe. And yep, I'm in. I'm subbing to every single one of them. I don't care. This looks amazing. Kind of looks like we're doing a little Civil War version in her Marvel multiverse. Yeah. And I am here for it. I think Peach as a creator is amazing. The Demon Days was super fun. And I'm just ready to see if there will be any connectivity from Demon Days into Demon Wars. I would assume so. At some point, her character will come into this. But to get any new version of the Marvel Universe in a Japanese manga style, I'm here, raising my hand. Totally doing it.
Me too. I've said it once, and I will continue to say it every time we review one. This is how manga should look. So let's have more of this. Color your manga.
Okay, all right. Did you get it all out? Are you done?
I'm done till July when this issue comes out.
All right. Next up, we have Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, issue number 1. Is this a new number 1?
A new number 1 by the same writer and artist.
In the same story arc?
And even the previous artist is doing the cover art now. Did you notice that, by the way?
Yeah.
It's funny that this is going to be juxtaposed so quickly to me saying good job, Marvel editorial, because what the fuck, Marvel editorial? We're not idiots. Like, you could change the name to Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings and this be issue 13 or 19, depending on when you want to start recounting it. Like, that's fine. we can do that. We don't need to renumber. I know that this is a hot topic in comics, and at first, even when I first joined comics, I was like, it makes sense to renumber when you get like a new creative team or something like that. But my God, this is the third number one of Yang's run on Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this? Literally, even his first volume is called Volume 1, and then in the trade paperback, and then Volume 2 of the trade paperbacks is the restarted other volume. Even they recognize it themselves. It's like, oh yeah, it's the same thing.
Well, I can tell you why we're doing. I don't know the previous two. I don't know. I don't know why, right? But I can totally tell you why they're doing it. What they're doing here, which is the movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
Shang-Chi has the rings. Mm-hmm. Shang-Chi should have the rings in the comics, and it's so evident because, like, look at this cover, for instance. Amazing cover.
Yeah,
very good looking cover. The title looks so half-assed, like Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. Like, and the Ten Rings doesn't look like it belongs on the book at all.
I agree. Like, that is a huge, what do you call that? Graphic design miss.
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah. It's like as long as we don't use Comic Sans, it really doesn't matter because if we just don't do that, it'll look great. No, it looks horrible.
On the cover artist, like he didn't do that.
No. That's definitely editorial.
I don't even know the letterer or whoever did it.
Anyway, Shang-Chi is getting the rings. He just got them in the most recent issue, which is issue 11, which I read this week. Really good, but yeah, it's very evident that we are trying to keep, whatever's happening in the MCU, if it can be put on the comic, do it. That's what it looks like. And it's not, earth shattering. It's not like fuck, I'm not going to read this anymore. But it's annoying.
It is annoying. It does make me feel like Marvel thinks that not smart enough to realize what's going on. Honestly, to me, what even seems weirder is when I see a longer run, I almost feel like, oh man, that's a solid run. Like, we're at 19 issues. Oh man, it must be a good run. I need to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Because we've got pretty short leashes on these kind of runs, especially on a character that's, I know Shang-Chi's now becoming A-list because he has a movie, but he's still got a long way to go before he's a household name like Iron Man. And so, this could be issue 19, and we could be like, damn, look at this awesome Shang-Chi run that we've got. One writer,
right, showing
his vision, two amazing artists helping him along, creating a vision with him, and now it's just whatever.
No, I totally understand what you're saying, and I think Marvel also, and we're kind of going off on a little tangent here, but that's okay. Marvel also, it's very apparent that Marvel has short leashes on all these titles that aren't, X-Men, Spider-Man, Avengers, the prime characters, right? So doing a little bit of Twitter and Instagram digging yesterday, She-Hulk. We're not getting another She-Hulk issue until I believe in July, but it's not in the solicitation. It got bumped back 2 months. The reason why is because Marvel greenlit another 5 or 6 issues. It was only greenlit for 5 issues, and Rainbow just announced on Instagram that hey, we're getting extended. So Marvel is definitely testing the waters with a lot of these runs. But as you're saying, Shang-Chi, we would be at 19 right now. Yeah. So it's very odd. It's very weird. Something's up. All right, next up we have Amazing Spider-Man issue number 7, and it looks like Harry Osborn is back. And he has somehow, we don't know yet. We haven't read issue number 1, which I think we get next week, but that could be pushed back because a lot of things are being pushed back. But it looks like he has some type of overseeing of Spider-Man over Peter Parker, and he is redesigning Parker's suit. So we have this going on. We've got the actual design going on. It looks like we're having a jetpack here. And then if you go into issue 8, if you go to issue 8, he is now on a glider and looks like he has like the goblin bombs.
That's the rocket pack on his back. It turns into a glider.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Here's my perception of it, and then we'll go to you. I technically still feel like I have burnout from the previous run that I quit what felt like halfway through, but it was like only a quarter of towards the end. Well, who was the writer on that again? Nick Spencer? Nick Spencer. And I already have reservations for this run because I am not the biggest John Romita Jr. fan. Zeb Wells, on the other hand, I enjoy. But this has got me a little worried because this feels like a Nick Spencer Marvel editorial thing. Like, hey, let's give him a new suit. Everyone will buy it. And to me, that's like, okay, but does it work in the story that you're telling? It may. We haven't gotten there. But as an outside perspective and being burnt out on Spidey comics, this has got me ridiculously worried.
Yeah, I don't know. It's me too. And I was already sort of iffy on this run anyway, just because not a big Spider-Man fan. I'm not a John Romita Jr. fan in his modern context at all. And this just sort of feels weird to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm sure if I am still around by 7, then everything's firing on all cylinders and it's an amazing run, because I won't be subbing to this. It'll be just I'll pick up the issues as they come out, and if there's not one, oh well, that's probably a sign.
Right. Yeah, and it's really odd because I'm in the same boat and I'm a Spider-Man fan, but I'm going to be right there with you. It's going to be pick it up that week. Now, I may pick this up because of the suit and as a purely collector reasons, and put it in a miler, be done with it, and then whoever knows with the Spider-Verse and all that jazz, it may pop up. Yay, sell it for $100 million. I'm rich. Yay, bitch, let's go. But I don't know. I'm very worried, and it's because I like Spider-Man, and I want it to be good. So, again, I'm not giving it up on it. I'm going to try it out, but it will definitely be on a week-to-week basis. But just heads up for collectors, issue 7, I'm sure, is the first appearance or whatever, and then that design variant will probably be the one to pick up, and then issue 8, again, you'll want to pick that one up as well. All right, next up we have Defenders Beyond by Al Ewing. I have some very mixed feelings about this book. I was really excited for Ewing's first Defenders run, and it just did not... I was disappointed. It was just way too out there, and that sounds stupid. It just was. It didn't feel.
It
cohesive.
felt like Al Ewing was trying to be avant-garde, and it was. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just a dummy, but like, if you read "We Only Find Them When They're Dead" and thought, "What's going on here?" You're really not going to know what's going on.
That's saying something.
And so because of that, I'm extremely hesitant. But it's Al Ewing, and the same artist, Javier Rodriguez, as last time, and the art was fantastic. It's the only reason why I picked up all 5 issues, and so, and plus to me, the lineup here, I love the quirky lineup. Tigra, America Chavez, Blue Marvel, Loki, yes, like I'm totally about it. They're bringing back the Galactus' mom from another thing as well, which I don't know about that so much, but the Beyonders apparently involved, so I'm I don't know, man.
Yep. It's a big question mark, but like there's a part of me that's like, fuck it, I gotta read it and just see. And maybe issue 1, this is issue 2, maybe issue 1 I'll be like, yep, nope, I'm out, I can't do it, there's no way. We'll see. I mean, Strange won't be a part of it, he's dead, so
he's gonna be back by then.
I think it's all Loki, dude. I think Loki's the guy.
Well, about like moving on this team, yeah. I'm just saying in general, he'll be back by then.
I see what you're saying. Okay, got it.
He's got to be alive. The movie comes out in 2 weeks. He's got to be alive by then.
We'll see. All right, next up we have Miss Marvel and Wolverine issue number 1, a one-shot, where it seems that Kamala Khan I would assume is no longer obliging to the what's that law that doesn't allow 18-year-olds?
I believe it's called the Kamala law.
Oh yeah, the Kamala law. Yeah, that's right. So she's taking matters in her own hands. She's going to fight, and she's teaming up with Wolverine and the X-Men due to some mysterious, outlandish threat that involves the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I would pick it up for this.
See, that's what I was about to say. Is
I'd pick it up for that.
I'll pick up the Peach cover, and then because I own it, I'll just go ahead and read it. And then apparently this is a 3-part thing, even though the next one it looks like will be Miss Marvel and Moon Knight, and then Miss Marvel and Venom.
Right.
If they've all got Peach covers and they look great, then I'll pick them up for those and then just read them because I own them. But if we're going just on story alone, not very interested.
I'm in the same boat. So check that out.
Yep. If you're a Kamala Khan fan, though, there you go.
Yeah, for sure. All right, next up, very excited for a new X book. It's only a 3-parter, but this is considered a very, I guess, mature book.
3 or 5. I think it's 5 part.
Maybe it's 5. Either way, Leah Williams writing it, Exterminators. This is, remind me the history of that name. There's significance to that name, the Exterminators.
It's been used a few times. The very first time it was used was a prologue intro into the original Inferno. This was the X Factor, the original X Factor team, which was, of course, the original X-Men team, the original 5. They had a bunch of kid and teenage mutants that they had picked up over time, and this was sort of the little renegade team that teamed up with the New Mutants, I believe, and helped fight some of the demons that were invading New York City.
Okay.
So you've got... oh god, I'm not even going to remember the original team.
No, it's okay. But this team is Wolverine, Jubilee, Dazzler, Boom Boom.
Boom Boom was part of the original Exterminators too.
Is there somebody else? Am I missing somebody, or is it just those 4?
Jubilee, Boom Boom, Dazzler, and
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Okay, cool. I'm excited. I felt like Leah Williams' X Factor run got the short end of the stick, and so to get her on more books, especially X books, I am there for it. I am about it, and for it to be an all-female team, I'm even there for that. Like, I'm even more for that. So I'm excited for it. I'm ready to go. And then, like I said, it's been kind of put out there that this is going to be a little bit more of a mature book than usual that's coming out of the X line, which is kind of hard to do, I think. But
it is. But it's Leah Williams too, so I'm excited about it. I like everything that she's done in this X line so far.
Nice. All right, after that, we've got Hulk issue number 9, fresh off of the Banner War, and Otley is back. He is doing 12 issues, not consecutively, but he is doing 12. He's contracted to do 12 issues of the Hulk run, so that's got me going, yay. And we have a new character that is being introduced in this book. So not only 1, but 2 new characters in the Hulk run from Donny Cates. This is going to be like a kind of like a little mini review. I actually liked the Hulk this week that introduced the Titan Hulk. I may be the only one, but I actually liked it. So I feel like I kind of feel like Donnie's starting to, move the wheels that we're used to seeing Donnie move. That gets us really excited. Now, I could be in the minority. I know some people aren't digging the current Hulk run, and that's okay. But I feel like we're moving towards just absolutely obnoxious. Even though we've already gotten that in the current Hulk run, it just hasn't really felt genuine. And I feel like we're getting into more genuality, if that's a word, going into issue number 9 with this new character.
Yeah. Oof, I don't know. We'll see. It's far enough in the future that I'll just have to say we'll see.
Yeah,
issue 6 is good, so maybe if issue 6 combined with the Banner War will maybe reinvigorate me, but
yeah,
I don't have high expectations.
That's okay. I'll just say,
not a Hulk guy.
That's okay. I mean, you never have been, and with this, I think what we're dealing with here is all the Hulks that were being yeeted off of the planet that Hulk was currently on, where everyone was turned into a Hulk. We're getting what it sounds like is it's literally a planet filled with all those Hulks. and now Banner is there for some reason. I don't know. I can't remember the name of this character. I think they say it in the solicitation. Let's see.
Monolith?
Yeah. So she gonna be here. There will be a character variant. If you're a collector, pick it up. Yeah. Okay, so we got Thor issue number 27. Thor and Venom are now teaming up. You got Thor actually holding the new Mjolnir, all glued back together in this cover, and they are putting aside their differences to protect the thing that they love, Earth. Whenever Donnie gets a chance to write Venom, I'm interested. But I'll be interested to see what that Venom is. Are we getting Dylan Brock, or are we getting Eddie Brock? I think it's Dylan.
No, it's Eddie.
It's Eddie. Okay.
Yeah. It says in the solicitation, this is a team up of kings: Thor, the king of Asgard, and Eddie Brock, king in black. So it's definitely Eddie. I'm actually pretty excited that we're kind of getting back here. I'm interested to see what Donnie's going to do with a character that he has sort of reinvigorated for a modern audience. Who knows how this is going to interfere or overlap or have anything to do with the current Al Ewing Rom V series that's going on. We jumped off of that right away, so who knows how that's going.
Do we have our artist on this one?
No. You have the wonderful tracing man Salvador LaRocca on this art. So,
okay.
Nick Klein's doing the covers though.
Yay! I'm still intrigued. I will be very interested.
I'm still picking the damn thing up. Come on. Come on.
All right. Next up, we have Star Wars Obi-Wan issue number 2. I was gonna pick this up purely for the Phil Noto.
Yeah.
Right? Because it seems like we're just getting like kind of like a back history, an elaboration of history with Obi-Wan. But the more and more that I see these covers, I'm like, fuck, I think I want to read this. Like, I really do. Is Noto doing the interiors as well?
He is not.
Oh.
Alessandro Miracolo. The name does not sound familiar, but
Covers.
Christopher Cantwell is writing it, so...
I'm going to give it an issue 1. Yeah, maybe an issue 1, maybe even do an issue 2 just for this cover alone. It's got me a little intrigued. I mean, you got Clone Wars. I'm like, dude, like, yes, I love that. But this cover is fire. That's really the only reason why I'm talking about this.
Just doing a quick preview of the artist's Instagram page, I'm actually very intrigued.
Okay.
Reminds me a little bit of a Seven Secrets, Daniel DeNicolo, mixed with a little bit of... who was that I'm trying to think of? Your main X-Men guy.
Pepe Larraz?
Pepe Larraz. Looks like a little bit of mixture of those two.
Okay.
More anime than not.
Okay.
More towards Nakulo style, which is slightly anime, but
okay.
Looks very good. I like it.
All right. Maybe you've convinced me. So check it out. All right. Well, that's going to do it for Marvel Solicitations July 2022. Let us know down in the comments, what are you excited for? What did we miss that you're like, no, y'all, you gotta pick that up. The fact that you didn't talk about it pisses me off. You gotta talk about it, and we'll look at it. We'll genuinely look at it. But as always, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, give us a like, and as always, fam, read more comics. Also, man, I'm just kind of skipping here. As you know, when you hit that subscribe button, we're giving away slabs. So we're trying to hit 650, then we're trying to get to 1,000. But in between 650 and 1,000, we're giving away slabs every 150. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends who aren't watching and who aren't subscribed to hit that button too, so we can get closer to that 1,000 sub goal, and we can move the bar even farther and make more giveaways, because that's what we want to do. But enough rambling. Read more comics, fam. We'll see you in the next one. Later.